everybody, and welcome to another week here on Kirsty Plans. This week on Instagram, we've been going through the top 3 apps for planning your travel. We went into a little bit of detail, but I thought coming on here and doing a little bit of a vlog would give you a bit more insight as to what each of the apps can be used for, as well as showing you some screenshots how to better use the apps for planning your travel. So here we go. So let's first take a look at the app of PackPoint. So we open the app, plug in where we want to go. We're going to go to LA. We're going to go in, let's say, November, and we'll leave on the 10th. We're going to stay for 6 nights, and we only want to go for leisure. So we'll get rid of the business on this one, and then we'll select the activities. That'll then go through LA and check the weather for the days that we're going. We're then going to select the activities that we're going to be doing whilst we're in LA. So for this example, I've just chosen we might go to the gym, bit of photography, and we're going to go on a fancy dinner. We're going to repeat our basics, and we're also going to be able to do laundry while we're away. This then gives you a very comprehensive list of everything that you need for your travel. So you can scroll through, you can tick things off, you can add extra items, you can delete items. In this case, I want some Mickey Mouse, a Mickey Mouse bag, so I'll chuck that in there. And I think I might need more than one jacket. So let's just add an extra jacket onto that one. And then you just go through, and when you're done, you tick the items off as you put them into your bag. Let's go through and tick something off here. And then you can go up into the 3 dots in the top right hand corner and show the checked items. You can also customize if you're a female or a male, and then if you're going to require Celsius or Fahrenheit in temperature. So that's pretty much the PackPoint app. So there are some positives and negatives with the PackPoint app. The positives, I would say, is that it has integration into Evernote, and it also has integration into TripIt, which you'll see later on in this video also does feature in my top 3. And you can get the app for free, but I feel like you're probably better off unlocking some more potential by paying for the paid version. So that's one of the negatives. The negatives are the paid version costs $2.99 US or $4.49 Australian dollars. And you also can't modify your travel date. So if you start off with a list and decide that you're going to change when you go, you have to stop and start again. So I think that's some of the downsides of PackPoint, but it's definitely a great starting point for your packing list. Okay, so let's have a look at the Skyscanner app. It came in at number 2 on our countdown. So in the trips portion of this app, you can put in any trips you've already booked. So you can put in the date you're leaving, where you're departing from, and where you're going to. In this example, we've just flown from Brisbane to LA like before, and we're flying on QF15 that departs at 11:20. So we just click on that one and it goes into our trips. So that's it, saved. Now, if you want to actually search for a flight, you go into the first tab and then up the top, click on flights. You can change the where you're flying from. It's already got LA in there, so we're just going to change the dates to the November dates that we spoke about earlier. And then what it's going to do is look for the cheapest flights for one adult flying economy, but you can of course change that. Then you can see that it brings up the flights, and you can also turn on notifications. In this example, we won't do that, but you can. And then this is the flight that we're going to choose to take. So we're going to save that flight to our favorites up the top with the little star, and then we're going to check the offers for that flight, and you can see that it's cheapest on trip.com, so we're going to book through trip.com. And then this is the process that you would take if you were going to book that flight. In this circumstance, we're not going to because we're just testing the app. But when this loads, it'll just show the trip details and the fare rules, cancellations, and fare details. But because we're not booking it, we'll just close out of that one. Now we're going to go and have a look at the hotels feature. So exactly the same, input your destination and the dates that you're going to be staying for. And we're just going to put those November dates back in again. And I think we're going to filter by the star rating. So we're going to go for a 3 or a 4-star hotel and apply that. And then I want to check the map. So we go to the map and I think we want to stay in the Beverly Hills area. So we'll just zoom into there. And I think that one looks nice. So we'll click on that one. And then it shows us the hotel. We can see the rates, and then you can go through and see which of the best providers provide the best rate for you. Okay, so that's a quick run through of what Skyscanner has to offer. And honestly, I do not have many negatives about Skyscanner. I think it is a fantastic app, and I think it outdoes the what ifs and webjets of the world. It's great also for route ideas and planning to go to places that you've never been before, and gives you a good idea of places to stay or ways to get there. It also has a website, which is great, and you can create alerts on flight prices. And they promise that they don't use cookies to inflate the price, so you no longer have to clear your cookies when you're looking for flights. So 5 stars for me for Skyscanner. Okay, so the last app that we're going to look at is TripIt. Now what we're going to do first is just go through and show you that you can set up auto import. So all you do is log into your email account and you can automatically import any of your trips. We're just going to use a sample itinerary to show you, but as you can see from this screen, you can share your trip and then you can select segments to share, or you can share it all via message, mail, messenger. It's all very comprehensive and you can put a lot of detail into the TripIt app. Here you can see that we need to check out of the New York Marriott, and it gives you all the details, your booking reference number, what time, travel, how to get to your next destination. And then you can see everything in grey is things that we've already done and blue is things that are coming up. So let's go see, we need to drop the car off at the Avis car rental. Gives you details, transportation options. And then this is our flight. Shows you check-in times, shows you how to get to the airport, your flight number, your booking info, everything is kept in this app, and you can also share that as well. You can set up alerts and updates. And in the paid version, you would also get real-time flight updates. So overall, this is a really, really helpful app. So TripIt comes in at number 1 on the top 3 countdown of apps to use for your travel. So the reason why TripIt comes in at number 1 is more or less due to the ease of being able to convert your trip planning confirmations into the TripIt app. As soon as you get a confirmation from a car rental provider, an airline, tickets to a theme park, anything like that, you can send it straight in an email to the TripIt email and it will populate into your profile, and that's it. You don't need to take any more steps. It puts your booking reference number in there, the time of your flight, all the people that the flight is for, and it schedules it in an order for you in the app. So it's sensational and really easy to use. It also has airport and terminal maps in it, which are great for people who haven't been to certain destinations and are unsure of where to go. You can also share your plans with anybody. As I showed you before, you can share them via text message, email, you can put them in your notes. It's really easy to share. And as I mentioned before, the email import functionality is just so easy and great to use. The downside of TripIt is that there is a paid version, and the paid version does cost $49 per year. So it's not just a once-off fee, but I would only really recommend the paid version to somebody who travels very frequently and has a lot of different items that they want to do on their holiday. So have a lot of car rentals, have a lot of transfers, take a lot of flights, that sort of thing. So the $49 US dollar a year deal includes real-time flight alerts, the security wait times. It tells you to go now to the airport. So wherever you are, it'll realize where you are and how long it will take you to get to the airport. So it'll tell you to leave now. And there's also navigation through the airport, which I think I would probably pay for the paid version if I was going to a country that I'd never been to before and probably traveling on my own. or with someone who is unfamiliar as well, just because sometimes the wayfinding in airports where English isn't spoken is a bit hard to find sometimes. So maybe I would pay for the paid version for that. But other than that, I love TripIt. I use it for every piece of travel that I make, and I highly recommend that you do too. So that's it. Those were the top three apps that we discussed on Instagram. Definitely in a lot more detail here on YouTube though. So definitely like it if you like the video. Subscribe to my channel. I usually post at least once a week. And follow me on Instagram at Kirsty Plans. I hope to see you next week. Thanks guys. See you later.